All right, hello everybody, it's me, XA44, and welcome back to the worst mistake I possibly may have ever made. But that's a story for another time. Last time, we got mostly just a lot of intro nonsense done, not a lot of major progress. But this time, I think that we're going to be making pretty good steps on a lot of our goals here. Also, the HD texture pack is actually working properly this time. Apparently, I didn't apply it properly last time, so it needed a reset. So things are slightly, but it's kind of hit and miss. It's kind of hard to tell if it's improved in certain places. Some things aren't sized properly for the windows. So, in terms of goals for this episode, I want to kill the Napdragon. That is my one and only goal. Once we kill the Napdragon, that's when I officially say that we are in business for this challenge. That once we got the Napdragon killed, that just opens up. It's the best experience source that we get for the entirety of the just main story, basically, or until the DLC. So if we're able to kill the Napdragon, we're also able to get some really good drops from the Napdragon. I really would like to get the sword from them, but I'm thinking we're probably going to have to progress a little bit through the main story to get some better weapons for that first, and we're also most certainly going to need more HP to survive some of the Napdragon's stronger attacks, just in case I want more of a buffer. Aside from that, I was also thinking that we could probably start tailoring. We don't have anything particularly good we could get from it now, but I don't necessarily mind getting the bonus dexterity from Taylor. Outside of that, maybe we could start trying some Hunter to see if Snapdragon's too hard, but I think I value the HP more at the current moment, so probably not. All right, we've made it to the desert city of magic. I didn't make the pun I was supposed to in the last episode of the town. The town's named Port Port. Fun fact: the port town name from the last episode, it just translates to Port Port. That is canonically that is their name. Anyway, here we are able to get that's +4 focus and 5 more attack. I actually don't think that's worth it. 5 more attack isn't that big of an increase, and the focus does actually nothing for us right now. Actually, I guess we just have the best sword that we have right now, don't we? Yeah, 6 points is definitely not worth all of the dosh that that costs. That's frankly insane. Set I've been looking forward to getting for quite a while, the Savage set. It's more strength. I don't think I need to tell you how nice it's going to be to get these extra 3 points of strength. I probably can't get away with using the helmet or the boots on account of I'd rather have the SP regen from my current armor pieces, but this is just straight up just a massive stat increase all around. All right, are y'all ready to look ugly for a few points of strength? I sure am. It's definitely worth it, especially the gloves where I had actually no other items there. It's a pretty noticeable increase. Alright, now this, and once we could get actually equip the beastly necklace here, we're gonna be at a respectable amount of attack, all things considered. Pretty happy with how things are building out. Alright, and also while I'm out here doing some shopping, I figured may as well stock up on some SP potions. Also gonna reorganize my bag a little bit because the order that you actually assign items in does actually make a difference. Keep the elixir on hand just in case. Much better looking. I'm mostly stocked up on the regular SP potions because the greater ones are ridiculously overpriced, but that was as much as we could afford. Also, I don't like how the bag is blue in the HD pack. I don't remember this being a thing in this game. I'm tempted to actually fight these guys, but also run away always works. Fun fact, if you've only played the second game, if the game ever gives you an option in this one to not fight, it does actually skip the combat. That was actually something I'm very surprised they removed from the sequel on account of it's trying to be more casual. And no, just like that, apparently this was supposed to be a fight, but I could just say no, and Flutter kills all of them. It's kind of insane, but I guess they could have had the dragon in the second one just kill all the enemies in situations like this. It's a little annoying. All right, here we go. Actual events happening, and by events happening, we're in the desert now for real, which means we got some quests we could do, if you weren't aware. All right, almost respectable damage to this guy, to this basic enemy. This definitely isn't foreboding at all towards the boss that we're going to have to fight by the end of this episode. Not in any way whatsoever is this even remotely a concern for me that we're struggling to take down basic mobs already. I mean, to be fair, it only takes 4 charge hits to take. It only takes more than our entire stamina bar to take him out. We do have this, I guess. It's not that bad. It's just pretty bad. Actually, I forgot. We have access to the final hit of our main combo now. That has iframes on it, so that's actually going to help out a lot when it comes to dealing with our normal. My God, that's a lot of damage. We actually don't need to fight you, so let's avoid a fight where we can. But having the final hit on our combo finally available to us is actually going to help out way more than you'd think. Concern. This might be one of the few times that we actually have to do combo. Oh, this is not going to end well, is it? I don't know if this is the full boss. It doesn't seem like it is, because that's doing less damage than previously. But also at the same time, I am not going to trust that giant T-Rex for anything. If the companions are doing 0 damage, I'm probably not going to do that much better, even with my specials. It's so weird just seeing one of the big bosses just chill like this. I don't even want to stand near them. Alright, so we have a few more quests to clear out here. I'm going to try and do as many as I realistically can. However, I have some serious doubts about my ability to do some of the things here purely just because I don't trust my HP stat. If I get hit just a few times, that life cure there isn't going to save me because it's hardcore. All right. Thankfully, our special still one-shots enemies, but that's only going to help us so much. That's even then. I'm so used to the equals version of these enemies where they freaking charge across the entire map. They're actually pretty slow in this game. Gonna make it nice and easy for us to just clear out some of the new specials to kill quests. Sadly, it is not in the budget to be able to use. The big SP potions, God, that's the main reason why I was thinking about starting on Tailor, because if we get access to tailoring, then money is going to be a non-issue. Really, we could do any crafting life, and miner isn't something that is terrible of an idea, being perfectly honest, but even then, the sword we have right now gives us bonuses to our dexterity, that helps with tailoring, and it just kind of makes sense to do. That's good damage on the special, or on the just standard combo there, but God, do I not trust it. I just take damage. To be fair, I am definitely underleveled. The game probably is expecting me to be doing a little bit more in terms of killing enemies and whatnot and side content. Well, not really side content, but just doing things as other lives. But I am not trusting. A longsword skill level 5. Nice! Skill level up. Fun fact, that does actually slightly improve damage output, so can't hold a stun with the combo. That's the one downside about Paladin combo. That's why I generally say that combos are mostly a mercenary trait. Mercenaries are the only class where you could, well, I can't in most situations, but you could pretend that your combos are actually a viable means of attacking things. Mostly just because the first hit of their forward charge actually does give them iframes, so they've got just the safest approach option in the game. In this game where approach options aren't that important, well, I guess no. Realistically, the best approach option in this game is Paladin because it's more iframes than. Oh, Savage! No, wait, is that the tier in between the Beast? Yeah, no, because Beastly's the one that gives 4 strength. We still got some more chests around here we could knock out. More skeletons. We're gonna be as careful as we can when it comes to taking out. Oh, rare trigger bag. First time I've seen one of those. Just a Foster Shard. The sack of gold is actually probably more important, but there we go. And a second Savage necklace. If that improves our, I'm sure that improves our damage. That is 2 strength. Still not as good as the Beastly, but we still can't equip the Beastly, so Savage is the best that we have access to. Alright, and now that we've done a few things there, I think we might be ready for first boss of the episode. Well, first proper one. I don't think we've done any other bosses yet. I'm gonna want the space, so we'll clear out these piranhas, I guess. Hope you're all ready for Sand Golem. Start this combat off strong with just good old specials. And of course, we're getting interrupted by a shark. It's okay, we got SP potions coming out of everything. Also, it looks like we have... Nope. We got enemies do just pop back. Everything is so much more tense. I let go of the button. This is a frame or two late. It's fine. In the passage of time, respawn to the enemies there. Not what you want to be seeing. That's still quest progress for the Kill with Specials quest. You know, we look on the positive side here. And the golem's nearly regenerated all the HP that I did to it. Actually, the sand golem's pretty weak in terms of damage output. Only did 17 to me. So as long as we don't get comboed into a bunch of other enemies, we should be fine here. Our special meter attack is honestly doing a lot more than I thought it would be doing here. We'll be taking advantage of a little bit of mid-battle sheathing in order to get stamina back a little bit more efficiently and also dodge. Speaking of random tactical decisions, I guess I should mention, equipment in this game is gender locked, so I actually did not have a choice in playing a girl in this playthrough. It is dramatically better to play. I believe the mate set that I'm wearing right now even is gender locked. Basically, until you get to the DLC, there's not really any items that only boys could wear. And even when you do get those items, there's female equivalents. So realistically, your options in this game are female or suboptimal. Also, minor lesser known fact in this game, for a very obscure fun fact of the day, you can actually dodge projectiles, I believe, with the potion consuming animation if you time it perfectly. It's incredibly difficult to do and not at all worth it, because most of the time you'll just get hit out of it. And I believe it only works in single player because of the weird pause that it has when you're using items. So, completely useless fact. Anyway, we were taking this guy out pretty steadily and barely taking any damage. I've only really used, I think, 1 or 2 healing items throughout this, which is not bad at all for the absolute slugging match that this is. SP potion supply not holding up anywhere near as well, but it's a work in progress. And there we go. I may have walked too close to the T-Rex for a minute there. Yeah, just the big boss theme starts playing and it's like, oh god, what do I do about this one? It's not that big of a deal, honestly. I always love this little oasis spot here. I know it seems like a little silly, but it's cute. And good old bombs. Not even gonna bother using them. They are not even remotely viable in this game. Oh! I actually wanted to go looking for this. Alright, Sandy set. Fire Element Plus might actually be the way that we take out the Knapdragon. I mean, it's gonna have to be either that or I get fire robes, but I don't know where fire robes are, and there isn't even a full set of fire robes, so who even knows? It's worth it. Alright, next boss. Already. Oral Leader here shouldn't be too big of a concern, honestly. They've already lost most of their health, and they're not nearly as tanky. Even if they have damage output, that shouldn't be a concern because we got level 2 specials now. It's actually surprising how quickly I go from this is going terribly to we got this covered easily. This is a silver button box. Honestly, kind of surprising. It does not seem deserving of that. Subterranean Lake. Last dungeon we need to clear out here. Oh, I'm not sure how deep the boss we need to kill here is. Great Serpent, I don't think they're all the way at... Well, I know they're not all the way at the end, just that they're a little ways into this place. Dramatic platform to unlock on the enemies here. I don't know why there's nothing up there. Maybe there's a secret chest that could spawn up there, but I got no clue. If I'm remembering things correctly, I think the snake is just somewhere around here. This is close to halfway point of the dungeon. And I thought I had invincibility throughout the entire chest opening animation. This is not something I would expect to have happen. We got poisoned. It's not actually that big of a deal, but I'm gonna go into the menu to use an antidote anyway. Also, pop a few healing items. I obviously took a straight hit or two going through here. We'll just do this now. Oh, I only hit one of them. That's not great. I'm so stupid. This isn't the place I'm supposed to be at. I'm in the wrong dungeon for that boss. All right. I thought I was remembering something different for how deep in it was. It's not. It's in a different. It's in an entirely different dungeon. To be fair, they're both water-ish themed. You could only blame me so much. Also, by the way, this bird up here was the first Gold Crown boss I ever beat in this game. Got a little bit of nostalgia for that guy. We will not be fighting them for a long while. I do plan to eventually go out and do all the Gold Crown bosses, but it's not for a while. All right, let's see what we get from our first bounty box here. Gold ore, how incredible. And from the bandit leader, we have a sack of silver. We got multiple sacks of gold from the chests. We did not profit from that adventure in the slightest. We lost money. Oh, what an unusual time to hit level 15 and get the link. I should really do that so we stop getting notification, but I don't care that much. Anyway, level 15, you know what that means. 2 more points of strength. Isn't that beautiful? 59 attack. That was a little strange. Game just crashed on me. So, lost 20 seconds of progress that you didn't even see. It's fine, we just need to... Alright, we've made back all the progress we lost from the crash that you didn't see. I forgot to unpause the recording. I did a lot of stuff. We met my favorite character. I mean, when I say a lot of stuff, we killed 2 bosses that I basically 2-shot on account of I should have done them earlier, but routing didn't work out. Anyway, we're now turning in Iron Golem. That's a damn shame. Of course, after the recording crash, I lose footage, but not from the crash. How ironic. We're down to only having 1 quest left before we're at, I don't remember what rank it is, but we're going to be pretty high rank in Paladin. I think we've got Master next. Unless we already are Master, in that case, we've got Hero rank coming up. And once we do have that, I'm not going to charge straight at the Snapdragon, but it's coming really soon. There isn't that much we could do in terms of getting better gear. There's 1 more area in the story after what we've currently done. I'm going to get the whatever sword it is you could buy from there. Hopefully I have the skill level to equip it. If I don't, I'll grind a few enemies. After that, I'll see what I could do, and honestly, I'm hoping it's not the case, but Snapdragon is a pretty high barrier. Speaking of barriers, I forgot we have a few bosses we gotta take out on the way to getting to the top of Mount Snow Peak. That one's just a mini boss, it's not even a full boss. Actually, I forgot. We can't do this, can we? Because my memory serves me correctly. That's a T-Rex past this guy. We're not taking on that T-Rex. That's not happening. We're gonna have to leave that for another time, I guess. That screws up my routing a little bit here, because I still am 100 points short of... Never mind, I got my quest for killing enough things with my special. Alright, we are fine to go rank up then. There it is, Master Rank. 60 HP and 12 Vitality. That's a sizable amount of stats, honestly. And we have, the final upgrade to our special skill. And also the first of many credit rolls. I will be skipping this. You can find these online if you want to hear them. They're pretty cool, honestly. Oh, Captain's Sword. Wait, hold up. Oh, that is in fact a noticeable increase to our attacks and a good few points of defense. Alright, I guess we'll take that. I still don't trust it. I definitely want to get just a little bit more status before we try taking on the Snapdragon. We are rapidly approaching that goal. But that's actually a funny little message I completely forgot about here. We get items now at the Gladstone shop. I don't remember what's sold there, but may as well go check it out. Actually, we'll also check to see if we have another bliss bonus, because I would love to get a horse by this point. Alright, nice! Surprisingly, the paladin thing was not the majority of this. Alright, that's not bad though. At all. Not bad at all. So I need a horse. It is getting pretty difficult to deal with traveling around just on foot everywhere. Just a little comparison here. We've got 60, 80, 50 for our stats. And Rosalind here, 50, 70, 50. They're actually pretty comparable to us stat-wise, it seems like. It might actually just be some level of multiplier, possibly? I don't know, because I know that the later game, like, the NPCs do cap at level 100, and you're able to go way past that, and eventually it becomes a little bit of a problem, because the NPCs just, even with their bad AI, it eventually gets to the point where they're not even able to do noticeable amounts of damage to some of the later enemies. Oh, I forgot, we're only able to rent a horse for now. That's a bit annoying, but you know what? 50 gold is worth it for renting. Oh, this is so much faster. Totally worth the bliss bone. I'll be fair, for some reason the horse can't go up the mountain. When I say that out loud, it doesn't make sense, but when you consider that this mountain is in fact only the size of a small hill, it's pretty weird. Oh, we are able to buy the Paladin Sword from guy here. That is the drop from the Snapdragon that I was gonna go after, but I guess if we just buy one right now. Let's check out what armor is available first. Oh, no new armors really. Decoration stuff, which is kind of cool. I am a big fan of this bed. It is cute. I was gonna sell off these older swords, but they do give just raw stats. And if I'm doing blacksmithing or tailoring, that is tied to vitality and dexterity, so... Wait, hold up. Never mind, that could only be equipped as paladin, so this one's worthless, but... Azure Rose, the +4 dex will come in handy, so we'll hold on to that one for now. I know I said I was gonna go take on the Snapdragon when we hit this point, but the Witch's Hat is a very big stat increase, and it gives stamina recovery up. I don't think you can blame me for wanting to get just a few more level ups so I could equip this thing. It's definitely worth it. I don't think I've mentioned it enough times, as in I'm not sure if I've mentioned it at all yet. But man, I really do love the night theme in this game. It's just so nice. And we don't have the bliss requirement to rent a turtle. I forgot about that being a thing. We're gonna... I'm putting all of my bliss bonuses into horses from here on out. Just all of the night music is an absolute just... Oh, God. Love it so much. Completely slipped my mind, but Dragon Slayer is in this game. They are just a pure paladin. They don't even have a great sword like in later games. They don't even display as a paladin in here, but they do give paladin quests. I think they just insult you a bunch until you hit hero rank. I guess they do give a few challenges though. Seeing just the quest to be taken out like the gold and the silver dragons, it'll be fine. It's gonna be perfectly okay. We're gonna suffer horribly. We might not even make it past Snapdragon. I am still having doubts. Here it is, somewhere around here. There it is, secret chest. Not the one I was talking about before, but that's still another solid 5,000 gold for just walking around the right places. Apparently we actually are able to do this now. I did something, but go to Cacto Cove. The boss doesn't appear until post-game, I believe, so there's not much we could do here. There is obviously the few quests that we have access to that I will go ahead and knock out. Cave of Shadows, there's a few generic enemies in there that we could fight for the hell of it. There's also this merchant up here, and one of my favorite items in this game, the Marriage Rose. This is the only spot in the entire game where it spawns, and something about that just kind of seems right to me. Nothing to do with the plush thing. Nothing at all to do with that. There's actually some interesting stuff in the shops here. The Water Element Plus I don't really care for. I know there's a lava equivalent of this set somewhere. It's not that much of a defense increase, I believe. I don't even have the stats to do so or the level required to equip it anyway. So we will be passing on that for now, but it's good to keep just in our back pockets. So here's where we'll come back to fight some of the Shadow Beast late game. I guess for the time being, we may as well grind some of the enemies here. Just see how our damage output is. Not bad at all, honestly. Not even slightly. Oh, defense upgrade stones from that. That's pretty nice, honestly. Alright, and just since it's the first time that we're doing this, Sword of Light, let's see it. It's the exact same. What'd you expect? But it's cool. Level 17. Let's go. There's 3 more of me doing this. I just hit my one combo and it just knocked me down to 20 HP. It's hard to remember just how squishy I am right now. Just like one good combo really can still just end me instantly. That's why we desperately need that witch hat and probably whatever armor we could get from the next town. If it has any weapons, that'd be cool too. Just look at that. It's a negligible amount of damage that things are doing. Yep, alright, it's coming back to me. So, the enemy we need to kill for this quest, which is the entire reason we're on Cacto Cove, is this singular caterpillar here. It spawns nowhere else in the game, and it spawns exactly at a quantity of 1. This is gonna suck, but whatever. As the first quest, I believe we need to do this 3 times? No, 5. Of course, this is when they start making us do things 5 times. At least it's not mercenary. I swear every mercenary quest is kill 10. And it's like, oh god. That was horrible. I don't know if I lost any footage there. I don't think I did, because I'm pretty sure I was able to stop the recording. But the HD texture pack has now crashed my game 3 times. I tried preloading it, and it crashed my entire computer so hard, I had to hold down the power button to get it to shut down. Needless to say, we will not be using the HD pack, because it is terrible. I also need to set this to be the correct window again. My god, that was awful. I am never doing that again. That was so bad. The one for Fire Emblem Fates works so well. I can't believe it was also 50 gigabytes, so preloading it probably wasn't the smartest idea, but even then, come on, you can't blame me for after crashing 3 times just wanting to check out if preloading works. 50 gigabytes is just way too much. That is just frankly ridiculous, and they never that pack needs to be severely compressed. Especially considering how half of it doesn't even work. That's also a pretty big concern. It is one of the few times I'm actually going to do combat in the main story, surely just because I do want to get more experience. I'm a little desperate to get to level 20 just for that witch hat. Nothing else, really. The minor HP increases aren't that big of a deal. Oh, gear upgrades. Well, it says it gives strength, but it's not. Okay, that's weird. Either way, beastly armor set. I feel like we just got our last one, but this is a noticeable upgrade in terms of defense for most pieces. That's pretty good for most of these. I'll get. I don't have enough money. I had stuff I could sell, surely. Sold some stuff. For now, I think I'm just gonna buy 2 of them. No. Oh, yeah, I'll buy all the relevant pieces and sell off my old gear. It was nice while I had you, but I appreciate having double the stats. And I'll actually clear out all the enemies this time. They're not actually even that strong. It's chill. I ain't even get to use. It's pretty funny how you just casually have the Paladin Life Master as like an actual story important character. Because none of the other Life Masters, unless this is just whoever your current Life Master is, but I kind of doubt that because it just doesn't make sense. It's funny. This part's been really dialogue heavy, but damn, still is such a cool moment in the game. I don't even have to say what's about to happen. You all know. You all know exactly what is going on right here. It couldn't be any clearer. Skipping no, actually probably could get away with not skipping the cutscenes. Probably not, because I don't have the HD mod anymore, and that's what was causing all the crashes before. So I think we do just get to enjoy a cutscene for once. Nope. It's no, we just get this. Is that the actual continent beneath? That doesn't look like anything of. That looks nothing like Bavaria. Oh damn. Well, and now we all die. I guess this is the run over. No. We just happened to crash land at the start of the area. Very convenient that we crash landed right next to the town that has all the stuff in it, and we can adventure forward in a dungeon like manner. Yes, now we're just in a freaking sky jungle. it's just, oh, the Rainbow War. There's not a lot of super important stuff up here, but damn if this place isn't imaginative and just really freaking cool. Look at these. Look at this. It's crazy. This is honestly the one thing that I think is the biggest shame they didn't bring over to the second game is we got Port 2.0 and all that junk, but we didn't get Sky Island. And we also have my favorite joke in this game, a jungle gym. Just what you'd expect in a jungle, right? So we already could do everything that's required perfectly. Who the hell is Larkin? Never read this game's story. I should mention that this is about how I played the game the first time, except I didn't know you could hold down X to skip text, so it was a little bit slower than this. It was just mashing the button. Anyway, shopkeeper. I swear, if you sell the set, that's a direct upgrade to the stuff. I guess you wouldn't be too direct. All right, and we are able to get a sword that's a direct upgrade to our current one by 10 points of attack. Not bad at all. We're also able to get the. We are not able to get dragon armor. Our card is level 25. That's pure recovery on the hat. That's worthless. All right. Now, new best in slot weapon, Adventurer's Sword. 20 max HP is a little bit of a hit. I probably won't come to regret that. Surely not. No, never. Fluffkin, that character who's definitely a character in this game. I feel like I need a better explanation as to why or how they exist. Preferably all three. Are y'all ready for the hardest fight in the entirety of the main story? This is technically the final boss. That's right. Shadow Dragon, the name of that one Fire Emblem game. Guys, it's relevant to things that have also happened on my channel. I'm just basically telling you, hey, don't bother fighting this dragon. I think this is actually just for the stats of the big dragon at the end of the game. Or at the end of the non-DLC of the game. Maybe. It might be slightly weaker. I don't know. No, babies are pretty pathetic. No, but I remember that was kind of the thing, is that babies are weak, but big guy is actually reasonably a challenge. But I'm not going to be taking them on because it's simply unnecessary. I think it might be comparable stats to the actual uncorrupted form. It's generally a little picky about how it works with the stats before all the stuff. Anyway, here's the last thing we need. Now we just have a few more levels to grind before we're ready to go take on the Snapdragon, and then that'll be the end of the that's the end of all the early game. Well, once you kill Snapdragon, you're officially mid game. Not really, but we're pretty deep into things. Oh, I forgot the goddess is a character in this game. I thought they only showed up in the DLC. And there we are, level 20. We have 40 stat points that we can't touch, and we could finally equip best in slot for the entirety of the base game, Witch's Hat. SP recovery speed +3 on top of the massive stat increase. I think that's another 15% stamina regeneration. It's frankly insane how big of a stat increase that really is. It's not the best in terms of. We still have the boots, which aren't the best in terms of defense, but I'm okay with that because the SP recovery speed is more important to me than the defense because I'd rather not take damage because stamina than take damage and have an extra 2% chance of living because I put on something with more defense. I guess I could do an extra 2 points of damage if I put on the other boots. It's all the same. So this is gonna really be just a massive undertaking. I am gonna hope that we could actually damage the guy. At a significant amount. I'm gonna charge up my special gauge before engaging with them. Oh my god, and of course they're in that spot. It had to just make me nostalgic, didn't it? So that's the exact spawn I got when I first fought the Snapdragon on my very first playthrough. As you saw, he has 3 spawns. It was 1 in 3 chance, so that's nice. Not even gonna bother dismissing companions, or by that I mean progressing the story so they dismiss themselves, because I can't actually dismiss them. Alright. Oh god. Coughing fit. Are you guys ready? I'll tell you, I'm not. I am not ready for this, but I don't really have a choice. There's not much more I could do to prepare, even if I wanted to. Yes, hypothetically, I could get more healing items, but they're not going to matter that much. I just have to not get hit. Oh, they do 0. How much? Okay, we swing for 13. Oh, God. I just am trusting absolutely nothing. These companions are purely just here as a diversion. I'll help them up. No reason not to. Okay, he doesn't do that much damage to me. Thankfully. There we go. Hit him with third. I should not be reviving companions. It is not worth it. That defense buff might be clutching out, though, for all I know. But do companions actually scale with your actual distributed stat points? Not that other. Okay. That's half my health from one Fire Breath. Fire Breath is the attack I am the most scared of. Glad to see that I can take one. I think that was with the defense buff, maybe. I just need to keep this guy alive. Healer draws aggro. I don't mind it, honestly. We're just going to hold this and wait. If he's just going to yawn, that's just... It's more time for us to regenerate stamina. All right, he attacks, we counter hit. Play this nice and slow. That could have been a big hit. Quarter of the way down. We'll greet out some damage. Yeah. God, it is so funny that they're just doing 0. All right. Yeah, his Fire Breath is a little bit too long for my first special to fully cancel the damage. Unless maybe if I absolutely perfectly, but I'd rather play it safe than getting stunlocked. Don't get hit. Longsword skull to 7. I guess it's another fun fact I could ramble about while doing this. Oh, I so don't trust this. I so don't trust this, but basically, weapon experience rates are based off of the enemy you're hitting. It's not based off of damage you're dealing or any other stat. It is purely based off of when you hit an enemy with a weapon, you get experience based off of that monster's basically skill experience value for hitting them. So if you equip a really weak weapon, you can just beat up on a significantly stronger enemy in order to. That's not good. That's never what you want to see. All right, we're almost halfway. We are almost halfway. I'm done reviving companions. At this point, I think I'm just going to go for it. Yep. Starting to use Fire Breath a little bit more. Now he's at lower health. I don't know if that's actually a mechanic, but certain bosses do have phases like that. Oh, yep. Now he's got that attack. Now, whenever he does his yawn, now he's in phase 2. He does that massive AoE around him. That basically just means we are not going to approach because those could do massive damage. They could chain hit you. They're still capable of doing follow ups, just like what happened to Yulia there. Yep. We just space it. We just space it out. Oh, that's not what you want to see. Thankfully. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh no, he actually was just laying down. He was laying down. Last high SP potion. Maybe I should save those for phase 2, but it's fine. We just casual sidestep. All right. Just doing this. We just let him walk. Do his walk. We swing. All right. Yawning again. He walks. We take a hit. Yeah, like a follow-up like that. If he does that into Fire Breath, we are capable of getting comboed to death in just an instant like that. That's why I'm not going to risk being at anything less than full health, even if it is a little wasteful of my items. Nope. All right. Do your walk. Take it so far forward. There we go. All right, just 1 or 2 more hits of our special, and he'll be down. Not what you want to be seeing. In a position like that. I need to pop that off a little bit early, a little bit better, sooner than I would have liked. Fine, we just use a normal potion. Turn around. You gotta be kidding me. They really do just love spamming that. And we just dodge. We just dodge. Just you cannot attack him safely during this. Thank level 2 for giving us more iframes. Potion up that last little bit. And now they're low. They're regenerating. I do need to play a little more aggressively. That's a big hit. Initially, I was thinking about trying to do a no-hit of this game. Obviously, I'd have significantly higher damage output if I did, but hey, even then, the fight would probably take just as long because day comes the night. I slept before starting this fight. That is just how long it's taking and how low our damage output really is right now compared to what it realistically should be. Emil. Draw aggro for me a little bit, slow him down. You gotta be kidding me. You know what? I keep him stunned. Hit him in his wind-up. Can't spawn any of the freaking magma vents until... God, this is such a RuneScape boss. Having seen RuneScape since playing this, and not really getting into it, but getting into a lot of the content creators, oh god. That was almost really bad. Alright, there we go. We're almost there. We have almost done it. Almost slain the Knapdragon. Level 1. No deaths. No life cures. Hardly even need to use heals. Don't get careless. It was one of those attacks that you could stall out by using items. There we go. We've done it. Knapdragon killed without leveling. It's just the drop rate for the XP crystal. Why did we drop the XP crystal? Like I said, that is an entire level by itself. That puts us over by a good margin too. All right. I definitely want to get more upgrades before we start properly grinding out Knapdragons. But we did it, guys. In terms of what we're getting from this bounty box, they've got 3 possible drops. Their common drop, which is just dragon scales. Not too excited if I see those. They aren't that great. They've got decent sell value. That's about it. We won't be getting to those high-ranking blacksmithing recipes for a long while, so not that big of a deal. The real concern I have, or the real drops that we're wanting here, is either the sword, which is just another paladin sword. It's pretty good sell value, easy 5k extra gold. And then after that is the very rare, it's either a 5 or a 10% drop, is the King's Crown. That's the drop I want the most, purely just for the cosmetics. It doesn't give any worthwhile stats. It is the highest sell value, I believe. But by Vulcan's Hammer, is that a real Knapdragon? You beat a dragon. I sure did. Awesome sauce. That's cute. All right. What's her drop going to be? Let's see it. Dragon Scales. All right. Worst drop we could have gotten, but that is still not bad at all. All right. Well, see y'all next time, where we'll definitely be getting the legendary rank paladin and possibly grinding out to the DLC. I really got no clue.